gotta see where I am at. Okay, that's good. Hey, you guys, welcome to lesson 11. I'm sitting on a covered wagon, but it's not very covered though. So maybe some of you will know where I'm at right now. I'm sure that Mrs. Dennison knows where I'm at. She works here. Really? Horsey, take me forward! Okay. We're going to have lots of sound effects on this lesson. It'll be great. And I might get trouble because I'm on this wagon, but I'm going to come and sit down really quick. Alright. Okay, here I am on this covered wagon. Okay, so we're on lesson 11. What lesson? You ready? 11. This is our last lesson of the unit. Awesome. So you guys, you have a really long review. Please, please, please do this review. This is everything that we've learned so far. So it's really important that you go over this because all of that will be on the test, okay? So our lesson is talking about the aorta. The aorta is the biggest artery in your body. It's huge. It comes out of the top of the heart. And when we dissect the cow heart, which I don't know if this year is going to happen, I hope it does, but if it doesn't, maybe we'll do it over the summer and you can come and see it. So the aorta, you can see in this diagram, it's right here, coming out of the top of the heart, okay? So when we dissect the cow heart, usually you can put your fingers into it. It's so cool. Okay, but it's this really, really strong artery. So it's the largest artery in our body. It's 1 inch in diameter. So 1 inch, think about how big 1 inch is in diameter, okay? So the diameter is how long it is across. That's how long or how big the aorta is. The aorta leads out of the top of the heart from the left ventricle. It then travels down to the front of the spine. So the front of the spine branches out to supply the body to all the parts of the body. Okay, it carries the majority of the blood being pumped away from the heart. So it takes a big push out of the heart. Okay. Today, doctors know a lot more about the heart and the blood and the circulatory system than they did 10 to 20 years ago. 10 to 20 years ago. I'm 40. That means like, yeah, I do deserve a sound for that. Okay, that means like they've learned so much in half my lifetime already. So they know that things we can do to keep our heart and circulatory system healthy. Okay, so the force of the blood pushing against the walls of an artery is called blood pressure. What is it called? Get ready? Yes, blood pressure. There was no word attack on this lesson. You guys lucked out. Okay, so blood pressure. A lot of times you'll hear older people say, oh, my blood pressure's high, or I have low blood pressure. Okay, the pressure is how much blood is pushing through that artery and making it either like it's not pushing hard or it's pushing really hard and it can't get through. Okay, it makes that pressure really hard. So just as water constantly pushing through a hose can wear it out, blood passing through arteries is too high seriously, I thought that was a horse. Too high a pressure can damage them. So if you take a garden hose, after using it for 20 years, it's going to wear out. So eventually your arteries and veins, they wear out. That is why it's very important to keep your blood pressure checked. Because when you're pushing a bunch of pressure through these arteries, they're going to wear out. But if you're just gently pushing that through, then they last a lot longer, okay? So there are simple things you can do to keep your heart healthy. The heart is a muscle. When you work out or exercise, which we love to do, the heart muscle has to work harder, right? So when I was running up and down the stairs in my other lesson, it's like I was breathing faster and faster. My heart was beating faster. My heart is working really, really hard, okay? But your heart gets stronger. So when you work out and it does that, it gets stronger. So when you work out and you're doing push-ups, you're getting stronger the whole time. Okay, so choosing an exercise regularly will strengthen your heart muscle and enable it to pump more oxygen to your cells. Any exercise that makes that heart beat fast will help keep your heart healthy. So you want to do anaerobic exercises where it makes you breathe hard and you're running fast. Soccer's a great one, biking's a great one, snowboarding, climbing, yoga, all the things that I love to do, those are all really good things, okay? See, I got it correct. Okay, eating healthy foods is also important for your heart. I am so passionate about this. I love to eat good, and you guys know it because I talk about it all the time. What's my number one place that I don't want you to ever eat at, which I sometimes eat at when I'm late to work? You know. I'm not even going to say it. Okay, food containing bad fats like trans fat are bad for your heart because they help create the fatty deposits that block your blood cells. So you've got your artery, and when you eat at McDonald's, oops, I didn't mean to say that. When you eat at certain places, that fat that you eat, instead of going through your blood system, your blood doesn't like it. They're like, meh, and it just sticks to your arteries, so it coats around your arteries. And eventually that fat just sticks and sticks and sticks. It's like when you have a stuffy nose and you have so much snot in your nose and you try to breathe and you're like, can't breathe through my nose because I've got so much snot in there. Well, the same thing with your arteries. You've got so much fat in there. Guess what can't get through? The blood. The blood can't get through. And then, yeah, you know what happens next. So, not good. So, when any of the arteries that feed your heart muscles are blocked, a heart attack will result. So when the arteries get blocked up and your valves get blocked up, then your heart's not beating and you have a heart attack. And the doctors have to rush in and go in and open up those arteries for you and do a bunch of stuff that they do. Magic, okay? Snacks high in salt are bad for your heart, so try to avoid having too much salt in your diet as well. I know Miss Kane has a salt shaker on her desk, but I will try to do better. I put salt on everything, but I do have beautiful blood pressure, my doctor did say. All right, a major cause of heart disease is smoking. What is it? Get ready? Smoking. This is always a hard topic to kind of talk about, and I know I might be, I'm only at 6 minutes. Sweet, I can tell stories. Not smoking cigarettes or having tobacco of any kind is one of the best things you can do for your heart. Your heart needs to beat for the rest of your life. It only makes sense to make choices that will keep it working for as long as it possibly can. So, whenever I teach this lesson, it's a little sensitive. So, usually I have a classroom and I say, who knows somebody that smokes? About 20 people raise their hand. Actually, no, I think about everybody raises their hand. Okay, and then I say, who knows a family member that smokes? And, some hands go down. Who has a mom or I say, who has a grandma or grandpa that smokes? A few more hands go down. And I say, who has a mom or dad that smokes? A few more hands go down. And it's crazy that the kids, there's probably maybe 10 to 15 kids that still have their hands up, that have a parent that smokes, a cousin, a brother, a grandma, a grandpa. So it affects all of us. It's all around us. And, I've had my experience with people that smoke, and it's not good. It doesn't make you feel good, and it's not a good thing. So that is something that leads to heart disease, and it can be detrimental to your health, meaning like you can die from it. So please do not smoke. And if you know somebody that smokes, I don't care. Go home and tell them. Say, Miss Kane said to come home and tell you I love you and I don't want you to die, so please quit smoking. So feel free to tell any of your family members that. And you can tell them that I told you to tell you that. Okay, you guys are going to have homework. That is our lesson 11. I know it's getting dark. I already did that one. So here's your homework. Look for Google Classroom for an assignment. And our last lesson, I'm going to do a quick review. It's my time to go. I'll do a quick review for the last thing in Circulatory System. And then you guys are going to look probably for your test next week. So good luck. Review all my videos as much as you want. Okay, adios.